I guess one of my intentions for this talk was to just kind of demystify yoga. It doesn't have to be, it's not Hindu, right? It's just an organization. It's a way that you can practice wellness, like full spiritual wellness.
Yoga is pure Christianity in its purest form.
Oh,
it's Buddhism in its purest form, because they're all saying the same exact thing.
Yeah.
You just said it.
Yeah.
Jesus said, "Let he who has not sinned cast the first stone."
Yeah.
In other words, do not judge. In other words, don't participate in a malevolent mentality. Right? Buddha said moderation. If we understood the concept of moderation, there'd be no such thing as global warming.
Yeah.
Right? Like the middle
or
path.
obesity.
Like, right? And the Jews gave us the 10 Commandments. Like, look at those 10 Commandments. They're the most beautiful things. Right? But they're all talking about a mental state. They're all talking about dealing with your mind and strengthening benevolent qualities. Look at the greatest people who ever walked on planet Earth. We all will agree, right? Mother Teresa, Jesus Christ, Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, Gautama the Buddha, Mahatma Gandhi, right? Whatever, all the greatest people, right? What they all said the same thing. Try to strengthen the benevolent qualities of your mind. Jesus said, don't judge. Buddha said moderation. Mother Teresa, compassion. Gandhi, nonviolence. Mandela, forgiveness. Martin Luther King, equality. None of them said you need to stick your legs behind your head or grow your bicep bigger than your head, right?
Yeah.
None of them, they all said the same thing.
Yeah.
So, that's yoga.
Yeah.
Yoga's saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But these benevolent qualities don't just appear.
Right.
They need to be developed.
Right.
Benevolent qualities like gratitude or compassion are the same things as muscles.
Yeah. Well,
if you use them, they develop, and if you don't use them, they atrophy. There's nowhere in our culture that supports this stuff. Everybody's running around like a chicken with their head cut off, trying to accumulate more, thinking that all the great benefits going to come from outer things. And all these great beings, though people that we put on a pedestal, are telling us something different, and we're discarding their message.
I forgot what I was going to say. I wanted to just look at my notes just to make sure I asked you all this stuff that I kind of came up with here. We really did cover most of the things I was thinking about. I know what it was. So you've had a daily practice for many years, right? I have struggled most of my life with my daily practice. I was thinking about what you said about the culture. I don't really consider myself having very much willpower. I've always done much better in community and around other people. And I think that's one of the reasons I've sort of vibe with this sort of indigenous small community vibe. Many people do, most people do, I think. So I've had men's groups for the past, 20 years. And I kind of tell them what I want to be doing in terms of my daily practice. And they sort of help me support myself, help me keep me on track so that I do that. You're a yoga teacher and you have your own way of keeping yourself to do your daily practice. I think it would be really helpful for people listening if you had any tips about how to maintain it or to come back to it. It makes me think of Goenka. He's always saying, start again, start again. It's like, I get that's kind of the ultimate message is you just got to if you screw up, start again. But I don't know. Do you have any specifics or just generalized ideas about developing and maintaining a daily practice?
Well, believe it or not, that's been my greatest challenge too, is just the consistency of a daily practice. And, I've discovered what works for me, and I don't know if me and you have the same roadblock. So not quite sure if it'll work for you, but the reason I had trouble with a daily practice was due to my aggressiveness, right? It's like when my daily practice was, very painful. And I had a lot of expectations. And, going into a daily practice that, where I'm going to push myself aggressively, where I'm going to be trying to change myself instead of take care of myself,
Right.
where I'm going to be way more aggressive and forceful than I'm going to be gentle.
Yeah.
That was quite intimidating.
Yeah.
And, I would naturally get really hungry right before. So, I'd have all these excuses not to do it, or I'd think of a million things I have to
Yeah.
do. Oh, I got to go out and do my gardening or, I just wouldn't do it, So, um, you know, now, like, I go into my practice, first of all, with absolutely no agenda what I'm going to do. I'm just said, I'm going to get into child's pose and I'm going to take 5 deep breaths. And if I want to get up after that and leave, then I'm going to get up and leave, period.